Yo, what's happening? World B Marsh Boxing. I'm back at it with another boxing video. What's going on with y'all, man? Fight coming up out of Miami. We got Adrien Broner at the welterweight division versus an attorney. Yes, indeed, you heard it right. An attorney, a lawyer, man named Bill Hutchinson. Okay, Adrien Broner's first fight with his new promoter, the legendary Don King. Adrien Broner has not fought in 2 years. Hasn't fought in 2 years. Last time I seen Adrien Broner fight, I remember where I was at exactly. I was on vacation, and he fought this Puerto Rican dude I had never heard of. And I thought that fight was a draw. At least that dude won the fight. Absolutely. And that Puerto Rican dude was the same dude that Gary Antoine Russell fought after that. And Gary Antoine Russell beat the shit out of him. So here's the man, Adrien Broner, fighting at welterweight, not at 147 pounds. And he goes the distance with the attorney. You know what I mean? He wins every single round of my card. You know what I'm saying? Adrien Broner, man, the feet, though, man. Jesus Christ, the feet, man. Yo, Adrien Broner still has them feet slower than molasses, man. Still got the slow feet. The punch output, still one punch at a time. Of course, looking for the counter punch. Lead right hands, you know what I mean? Over the jab, looking for counter punches. That's what the man AB's in there trying to do all night, you know what I mean? Adrien Broner had some flashes in round three, I believe, that he's looking for the stoppage, but it never came all night long. I was watching the fight like Jesus Christ, Adrien Broner, you gotta stop this dude, dogs. Even if you gotta stop him on his feet, you cannot let this fight go the distance. You know what I mean? But the man Adrien Broner, like I said, feet slower than molasses. This guy wasn't on the back foot neither. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the guy was there to be hit, and he did get hit. Big uppercuts and big lead right hands. Adrien Broner busted up man's eye. You know what I mean? The dude had a kind of mouse under his eye, but the dude survived, y'all. And that's one thing he's gonna hold over his head for the rest of his life, man. He's gonna tell his children, his grandchildren, that he went the distance with a four different weight class champion in the man Adrien Broner, or at least former weight class, four different weight class champion. You know what I'm saying? And he goes the distance, man. Uh, was it the ninth or the eighth? Adrien Broner looked like he was going to go for the stoppage again. But, maybe Adrien Broner also got gassed in there. You never know. Because, Adrien Broner didn't look like he had a sense of urgency in the ninth or the 10th to knock this dude out. You know what I mean? In my opinion, think it's embarrassing to let this guy, Steve Hutchinson, and props to him. This dude is a valiant warrior. The dude went 10 rounds with the man AB. And this is actually his first 10 rounder as a professional. The dude is used to fighting 6 rounders and 8 rounders and all that. 4 rounders and shit. But Adrien Broner, there's levels to this, you know what I mean? And I don't care if the man Adrien Broner has not fought in over 2 years. He shouldn't have gone the distance with this guy, y'all. And don't tell me nothing about the man is working on his skill set, trying to get some work in, get some round under his belt. He can do that in sparring, because that's what this was tonight. It was a little glorified sparring match without headgear, though. You know what I mean? That's what that was. Now, Adrien Broner, of course, I'm sitting there with the fellas watching this fight because we was watching the NBA Finals tonight. You know what I'm saying? So then I put on the fight, Adrien Broner, you know what I mean? And Adrien Broner, I was talking to the fellas like, AB is in a position right now while he's with Don King Vision where he's basically like a free agent. Obviously, Don King and himself don't want to continue fighting on that Don King Vision $10 fight TV thing, right? Where you pay $10 to watch the fight. You know, yeah, all the money goes to Don King, but how much? I mean, people if people did even buy for $10, I mean, how much did they really make? Did they even make 100 grand? I mean, let's keep it tall. Uh, but at the end of the day, Broner is in basically like a free agent situation as far as the networks are concerned. You know what I mean? Boom. Don King mentioned something about De La Hoya and talking to De La Hoya about a particular fight. He didn't say which one, but they try and work on a fight. In my opinion, I think they are looking at a guy like Ryan Garcia. That's a big fight that could be made as far as money to be made. Recognizable names by the American public. You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia and Adrien Broner. This could be a stepping stone for the man Ryan Garcia. You know, Adrien Broner beats the man. Boom! It could only lead to bigger and better fights. Since the man Adrien Broner is aligned with Don King now, obviously Don King is also a guy always aligned with World We Be Crooks, the World Boxing Council (WBC). I'm not sure where Adrien Broner is ranked, but I wouldn't be surprised sooner or later if he climbs up the rankings in the WBC. And that might mean a shot at him fighting man like Regis Prograis. This is a guy Adrien Broner has avoided all the smoke with for a long time. Just as long as, remember when the man Robert Easter used to duck Devin Haney when Devin Haney was like 19 years old, calling him out. Where's Robert Easter now? You know what I'm saying? Where's Robert Easter now? Same situation goes with Regis Prograis and AB. Regis Prograis is not a household name. Even fellas like Rolly Romero, unfortunately, are even possibly more popular than the man. Not possibly, they're more known by even the casual fans because because of his mouth. He talks a good game. You know, that's one thing you can't take away from Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero knows how to sell a fight with his mouth. You know what I mean? Regis Prograis, he talks shit, but his shit is talking shit is more. He does a whole lot of swearing. Does cuss a lot. You know what I mean? Which is fine. You know, it's a fight game. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Rolly Romero versus Adrien Broner press conference. Could you believe that? Sorry. Could you imagine that? How that would go down? And especially considering man like Rolly Romero, a Las Vegas resident and native, him versus Adrien Broner, man, a lot of people would pay attention to that fight. You know what I mean? And guess what? Adrien Broner, that was the very first name he called out tonight. You know what I'm saying? He said he's also, the WBC route is an option, but that's going through Regis Prograis. He don't want to go through that. You know what I mean? We got the IBF guy, I believe Subriel Matias, with the IBF 140-pound strap. You know what I mean? Here we are talking about fights at 140 concerning Adrien Broner. We don't even know if this guy will ever make 140 pounds. You know what I mean? You know, his fight was this guy Adrien Broner ideally should be fighting at 140 pounds, not 147. And he ain't even look good at 147 tonight. You know what I'm saying? He possibly was out of shape. You know what I mean? Possibly was out of shape, man. Cause I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. That performance he put on tonight, albeit he won every single round, there's levels to this, and that guy was not on no level of Adrien Broner. I mean, Jesus Christ, the guy's never even fought a 10-rounder, and Broner still went with the distance with him. I was very disappointed. And how many knockdowns, you may ask? Absolutely none. No knockdowns. Broner went the whole distance with a whole attorney. Could you believe that shit? So we got Subriel Matias with the IBF strap at 140 pounds. This is a guy who's going to be highly avoided. There ain't going to be too many people who want to unify with him. Uh, he's just a guy, a tough Dominican guy that people don't want no smoke with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's unbeatable, but if you ain't got to fight him, you're not gonna fight him. You check it, and I doubt Adrien Broner would go that route. Rolly Romero is the best possible way for him to get a strap, and that's just the truth about it. Regis Prograis is not the move, not for AB. Would I love to see it? Of course I would. I've been wanting to see that fight for a long time. And I think AB could make it competitive. Not the AB who showed up tonight, though, y'all. Nah. That kind of AB. He gonna have his hands in his pockets, and not the AB who showed up against the Puerto Rican guy Santiago. Was that his name? Santiago, the last guy he fought, and definitely not the performance he had versus Manny Pacquiao. That Adrien Broner or Mikey Garcia. That Adrien Broner, that's not the Adrien Broner we want to see. And if Adrien Broner has any inclination that that's the Adrien Broner that's going to show up against world class fighters at 140 pounds like Regis Prograis, then forget about it, man. Leave that man alone. Don't even bother, because we don't want to see that bullshit. WBC, WBA, WBO at 140 is held by Josh Taylor. And actually, Broner said he would like the winner of that fight, which is tomorrow night. Very damn good fight, y'all. Excellent fight. Ryan Garcia versus, what you call it? What's his name? I said Ryan Garcia, sorry. Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor. Damn good fight in MSG tomorrow night. Pay attention. I mean, so Broner has a lot of options. He could go to Top Rank and fight the winner of that fight. He could go to PBC and fight Rolly Romero. I'm saying all with Don King, you know what I mean? Now, as no longer as one of the faces of PBC as he used to be, but now he'd be coming in as the guy being brought there to lose, as the opponent, you know what I mean? And Adrien Broner has a chance to rewrite his own destiny, rewrite his place in boxing, and just basically get back in position if he can win himself a world title. And to me, in boxing, that's one of the things I pay attention to at what makes a great fighter. To me, great fighters is not any title holders. There's about 18 divisions in boxing or whatever, and there's numerous champions, okay? There are times there's even four different title holders in a particular division, all calling themselves champions. You check it. But if Adrien Broner could win himself a world title again, like I said, what makes great fighters is coming back from losses where people thought you're down and out. Your best days are behind you, and you come back and you get it done. Muhammad Ali is a guy who exemplifies that. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Robinson. And that's why these guys are always rated amongst the greatest fighters in boxing. You know what I mean? You know, whether it's Ray Robinson losing to guys like what's the guy's name? Turpin from England, you know what I'm saying? Then coming back, getting the rematch and getting it done again, you know what I mean? You know, whether it's fighters like Gene, fighting guys like Gene Fulmer, you check it, losing, coming back, winning it again. Muhammad Ali losing to Leon Spinks, winning that joint, or losing to Joe Frazier, then coming back and beating the guy who pummeled Joe Frazier and George Foreman. Those are the stuff that makes great fighters. How many world titles did Pacquiao win after losing to Floyd Mayweather? I believe he won two titles, right? Two at welterweight. He beat Keith Thurman for one, and I believe he won a vacant title versus Lucas Matisse. You check it. Or maybe he beat Jesse Vargas, one of the two, something like that. But he definitely won two world titles after. And that's what we're talking about, great fighters. Roberto Duran. I'm saying Roberto Duran when he fought Davey Moore, you know, this guy had lost to guys like Tommy Hearns, Hagler in a close fight, the Nomos fight versus Ray Leonard, although he was the first man to beat Ray Leonard, you know what I mean? You know, you check it, stuff like this, then you come back and win world titles. You beat guys like Iran Barkley in fights you're not supposed to win. And that's what makes great fighters. Adrien Broner still has some boxing life left in him if he wants to be dedicated to the sport. You see, this was a guy who wanted to be like Floyd Mayweather. Used to be around Floyd Mayweather for the good times. That's partying and all that. You know what I mean? But whenever Floyd was getting busy in the gym, dedicated to the sport, Broner was never around him for that. And that's why Broner fell short in his career. You check it now. If the man Broner wants to win himself a world title, he's going to have to believe it himself. If nobody else believes it, he's going to have to believe it. If it's not Stacy McKinley and Kevin Cunningham, his trainers down there in Miami, Florida, they don't believe it. He got to believe it. And one day he might shock the world. One day might say, "Damn, goddamn, could you believe that shit? This man, Adrien Broner, won himself a world title like how Foreman beat Michael Moore." That's what we talk about, greatness, great fighters, you know what I mean? B. Marsh Boxley, your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all thought about the fight. Big ups to Bill Hutchinson. One thing for sure, two things for certain. He's going to go the rest of his life, even if he never ever fights again, or even if he gets knocked out in his next fight by a guy we've never heard of. He's going to go the rest of his life telling his grandkids and anybody who would pay attention and listen to him that he went the distance with Adrien Broner. Straight off the dockets of the court or straight from his attorney's office, this man went 10 rounds with Adrien Broner, and man never even fought a 10 rounder until tonight. B. Marsh Boxley, your thoughts and comments. Hit the thumbs up on your way in, on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And let me know in the comment section, whom would you like to see the man Adrien Broner, the problem, fight in his next fight? Whom would you like to see? Would you like to see him fight for a world title? I don't think he's ready. If he has to fight for a world title looking the way he did tonight, there's no way he beats anybody. Absolutely nobody. Might even lose to Rolly. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, let me know who you'd like to see him fight. All right? Be Marsh Boxing. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm gone. One.